Let's bring in Tom Connell with some more analysis and some fresh numbers, Tom.
Yeah, the more we look at this is looking like a very strong chance of a Labor win in some form. They're almost losing no ground. Look, at the moment, actually 24 to 16 in terms of overall seats, first of all. And often we see coalition ones pile up because they have a lot of those outer regional areas where you get the numbers in earlier and it's a bit early to make a call. I'll show you the issue is we're not seeing much ground being made. So let's have a look at the seat of Bennelong, for example. We go in and we see the margin. This was the one they had needed a swing to hold, 0% margin basically. Look at the swing to Jerome Laxale, 13.5%. So right now, 11%, even though it's only 5% counted, that's not something you can just make up on pre-poll and postal. So Bennelong will be a hold for Labor. So there's a key seat that the Liberal Party were targeting, maybe a little bit less so in the past couple of weeks, but still hopeful of it. Now we go to the seat of Reid as well. Again, 5.2%. Inner West, won by the Liberal Party not so long ago. Look at the swing here. Big swing to Labor, big swing against the Liberal Party. Look at this swing against primary, where not so long ago they had the national swing on their side. That's a massive swing against. We will see that come back, I'm sure, in that pre-poll and postal, but that is not what you get back on pre-poll and postal. So that's the problem there. Swing towards 15%, early in, 7%, even though it's only 7%, we're still saying that's going to be a Labor Party hold in that particular seat. So this is part of the issue that's banking up at the moment. And then I mentioned banking up. What about the seat of Banks, which I think you mentioned not that long ago? This is one Labor was targeting a little bit on the higher side in terms of ambition. What we're seeing so far, a swing against David Coleman. Again, this is the story of the night so far. The margin is 2.6%. Now, here's where I will be more cautious because right now, pretty early on in the count, 8.5%, this sort of margin is not normally what you'd come back with, but with today's pre-poll and postal and the trends last election compared to this is the sort of margin you can come back from. So I'm not giving that one away yet. We could easily see that correct. This sort of margin is the one they can come back from tonight. 8, 9, less so. So that's the difference with those. We go as well to some of the other targets. We might go to Victoria because this is an area we're seeing some swings in terms of the coalition, beginning as with Sarah's neck of the wood first of all. I think we've got Corangamite if I go a little bit further in. There it is, behaving for me. Okay, so this at the start of the night had a bigger margin. Let's take a look at what is happening here with the Corangamite vote. So you are seeing a swing against Labor, albeit a bit against the Liberal Party and up for the Independent. A little bit of vote all over the place, but so far you are seeing on the two-party preferred a swing towards the Liberal Party. And again, 3.8%. This isn't something that is safe right now. So this is a seat that could flip. This is one of the few on the board where you would be more concerned if at the moment you're the Labor Party. I'll go as well, I might go to Gorton and just have a look there because this again, 10% seat for the Labor Party at the start of the night. So I might just go first of all to the primary, see what's happening there. A little tick upwards on the matched. And then a big swing there for legalised cannabis. Look, a bit all over there on the primary, but so far, very small amount counted. You are seeing a swing to the Liberal Party. Again, with that small amount of vote counted, not willing to say that's going to be hold. So you are seeing a few more swings so far in Victoria. New South Wales, it's clearly not a happy hunting ground right now. And then we go to Queensland, and this could be the story of the night. If Labor ends up getting and holding on to majority, it could well be Queensland, which was flagged before this election. So let's go to Brisbane, for example. Some of these are going to be really tricky to call through the night because of the three-way nature. Ryan right now is Greens versus the LNP. If we have a look at these primary votes, though, right now, look at this, Greens, Labor, then the LNP. So what's going to happen below the line and decide who gets to the final two? Well, who knows? Family first, a little bit there, a little bit for the trumpet of Patriots. So that's just too hard to know, plus what happens with the swing. If we see Labor Green at the end, then we see the Liberal Party preferences, the LNP preferences help Labor win. So that would actually be a Labor gain if it ends up, if Labor can stay in that final two. So that's the seat of Ryan. Brisbane as well is looking really close. So right now you can see it's Greens versus LNP is what it's being called, but that's not necessarily the case because look where the Greens are. Now, if they don't recover from that, that's going to be a Labor Party victory, again, with Greens preferences. And that is a long way, but it'll be behind on 18.3%. So I might go back and just make sure don't have some sort of key booths out of that, because it's the first time I've seen that bigger gap between Labor and the Greens. But on that, that's going to be a Labor Party victory over Trevor Evans, unless, let's see, what other vote is in here? Not much. Family First, One Nation. Look, there's a bit of other vote, but, you know, it only just adds up, basically, to getting Greens over the Labor. No such thing as preferences flowing 100%. So that's another possible Labor gain. So, look, right now, I'm not going to quite say it yet. I'm just sort of mulling it over, but I won't. I'll be a bit more circumspect on it. We've got the House, of course, where it's sat, and this is I suppose, what we want to keep looking at. So can the coalition make ground to get even level with Labor and win a net 10 seats? I'm not seeing it almost anywhere. I might just be a little bit cautious and go away and get some, have a glass of water and have a think about it, Kieran. But I think you can tell what I'm feeling the vibe is at the moment.